Alright, the purpose of this video is to step you through Tutorial 5 Case 3, and we're just going to do the whole thing start to finish. So if you have questions, problems, or whatever, you can refer to this video. So we're going to open customer loans, which I already did. We're going to do a save as, and I don't know where I'm going to stick it. I'll just stick it in my documents. High Desert Bank is what they tell us to call it. And I'm going to add my name, which I cannot spell today, and the date. Okay, and so that's step 1, and that's step 2. In the loans worksheet, so we jump over here to where the loans worksheet is, create an Excel table and rename the table loan data. So we're going to select all of the data. We're going to format as table. It doesn't really matter which one, just pick one that you like. Okay, once you have it created, on the table design toolbar, we will give the table the name loan data, and that way that range is named. Format the amount and interest rate fields so it is clear that these fields contain dollars and percentages. So amount, boom. That's going to be currency, no decimal places, so let's get rid of those so it's not quite so busy. And for this one, we will do percent, and we will add a couple decimal places because it has that. Let's see, format the amount, format the table using the style, which we kind of already did when we formatted it as a table. And you know, we could change the style if we wanted to, but I'm good with what we've got. So I'm not going to do anything with that. Alright, step 6. To the right of the type column, so that's right there, insert a new column named monthly payment. Boom. Okay, monthly payment is added. Use the payment function to calculate the monthly payment for each loan. Adjust the formula so that each loan is displayed as a positive amount, and then improve the formatting. Alright, so when we're doing a payment function, if you recall, we need the interest rate, the length of the loan, and the amount we borrowed. And if we're doing a monthly payment, everything has to be in months. So just like we did in Tutorial 3, we're going to insert a payment function. Okay, our rate is the interest rate. Now, what that is, and it doesn't say it, but it's an annual rate. Okay, that's not a monthly interest rate. So to get it to be monthly, we have to divide by 12. The NPER, that's the number of payments. The term is the length of the loan. That's banking speak. The term is the length of the loan. That's in years. So we have to multiply times 12 to get the number of months that we're paying. And then PV, that is the amount we're borrowing. So we need to click on the amount there to get that. And it is coming out negative because it is a payment, and Excel thinks payments are outflow, so they're negative. So to make it positive, I just stick a minus in front of the P in payment, and there I have a minus for that. Okay, so make sure that each loan is displayed as a positive amount. That's what we did. Improve the formatting. I think the formatting looks fine. Currency with 2 decimal places is good, so we don't need to mess with that. Alright, step 7 is make a copy of the loans worksheet. So I'm going to hold down Control, drag to the right, make a copy. We're going to call that copy Q7 through 8, press enter, and now we've got a copy we can work with. Sort the loan data in ascending order by type, okay, within type by city and within city by last name. That's a multi-leveled sort. I need to do sort and filter and choose custom sort. And then it's going to be, let's see, by type first, and within type by city, so I'll add a level, and by city, and within city by last name. Boom, so I do last name. When you are doing a custom sort, it sorts by the first field first. If there is a tie in the first field, it looks at the second level. And if there's a tie in the second level, it looks at the third. And you're not just sorting on 3 different columns. You're sorting, again, first by type, I think we said. Yeah, there's type. And then all the ones that are automobile are sorted by city, and then all the ties that are city are sorted by last name. And then it says use conditional formatting to display all loans and TAUS using a format of your choice. Okay, so we're going to choose these here. Got kind of an orange color, so conditional formatting, highlight cells rule, text that contains TAOS, and I don't like that red, I think it clashes, so let's go with green and click OK. And there's our green, kind of stands out. And I could do anything I wanted with the formatting, but I went simple. Okay. Make a copy of the loans worksheet. So we're going to go back to loans over here. We're going to hold Control down and drag to the right to make that copy. We're going to do Q9 through 10. And for Q9 through 10, it says filter the loan data table to display loans made during April and May. So loan date, and we basically want to turn that off. We just want April and May, and click OK. So there's that. Insert a total row. We do that on the table totals ribbon. There's our total row. In Q9 and 10, and display the average amount of loans. So we want the average amount and the total monthly payment, which I'm going to need to move here. And there's, we want sum, that's total monthly payment. Alright, so that's Q9 and 10. We'll go back to loans for step 11 and make another copy. Control drag. That's Q11. And it says sort the loans in ascending order by city, and then by type, and then by amount. Okay, so we can do our custom sort here, and we want to sort by city, then by type, and then by amount, and we want amount largest to smallest. Okay, then the next step says to insert subtotals. We cannot do subtotals if our table is formatted as a table. So what we have to do first is on the design ribbon we have to say convert to range, and we will say yes, we want to convert it to a normal range. Okay, it should stay sorted because we had already done that. Insert subtotals for average for the loan amount and monthly payment by city and type. So this is a little bit tricky. Tricky's not the right word, but there's this one little thing you have to pay attention to. Okay, so we're going to subtotal, and for the loan amount and monthly payment, so we want monthly payment and amount, and we want to average it. For city, so we want to each change in city, we want a subtotal of the amount and the monthly payment, and we're going to click OK. Okay, and that gives us our city. And then we have to go back and do it again and tell it at each change in type. Okay, that's the next level. It's in there somewhere. And I still want the average of the amount and the monthly payment, which is right, but I have to take this where it says replace current subtotals. I have to turn that off. So that way it'll leave what's already there and add new ones. And I'm going to click OK, and now I have my subtotals within my subtotals. Alright, so let's make a copy, sort, average. Prepare the worksheet for printing. Include the worksheet name in the center of the custom header. Okay, so we'll insert a header, and we want the worksheet name. So we want sheet name there. The center of the custom header. Include your name in the left section of the footer. So we'll go down to the footer to the left and put my name. Don't put my name, put your name. And page numbers in the right section. Okay, it has page number here, so we'll delete that there. And we will insert page number there. Okay. And it says fit all columns on one page. Okay. So let's see. Whoops, let me get out of that. And preview that way. Okay, and this is landscape. And when I have it in landscape, let's see, do we fit? It seems to fit on one page. So if it didn't, you would, on the page layout ribbon, set that width to one page and it would scale it to fit automatically. Okay. Alright, so we've got the subtotals with the print set up. We're going to go back to loans, and now step 12, we're going to insert a pivot table. So we'll go to Insert, Pivot Table. Displays the number and average loan by type and city. Okay, so insert a pivot table. We want to count the number of loans, and we'll use loan ID to do that. And the average loan, that's the amount you're borrowing, by type and by city. Okay, so we're interested in by type and by city. This one, for this, we want to count it, and we want number of loans. I'll change that custom name to number of loans so we know we're counting it. And by type and by city, let's see, number and average. So this one, for the amount borrowed, we want to average it. Average loan amount. So we'll fix that one too, and that doesn't look very pretty. Let me go ahead and fix the, make that currency. Click on number format, choose currency, okay, okay. There we go, so that looks a little better there. So we've got the pivot table, rename pivot table worksheet as Q12. Loans type and oops, city. Okay, so we've renamed it. Remove the other loan type from the pivot table. Okay, so up here on the row labels, we're going to check on other right there because we don't really want to see that right now. Click OK. Now we just see automobile and mortgage. Okay, that's step 12. Step 13. We're going to create a second pivot table shown as figure, so that's on the next page in a new worksheet. So here we go again, insert pivot table. Okay. Rename the pivot table worksheet Q13 loans type and date. Okay. The pivot table shows three calculations: number of loans, total loan amount, and average monthly payment, categorized by type of loan. Insert a report filter based on loan date. Okay, so this one has just a little bit of a trick to it. So we want the type of loan. We're interested in that. And then we want the number of loans, so we'll just count the loan ID. Okay, change that there to count and call that number of loans there, and then we want the amount of the loan, and we will go ahead and fix that one there too. That one we're summing, and we'll call that total loan amount, and we will make that be currency because that's dollars. Okay, and then the third one is the average monthly payment, so we'll add the average monthly payment in there, and we'll fix that one up. Average, and we'll make that say average monthly payment. And again, we're dealing with dollars, so we'll make it currency. Click OK. Click OK. So we've got that. Now we're interested in the date. Okay, jump back here to where it was saying we want to insert a report filter based on the loan date group by month. Here's where the trick comes in. Of course, we need loan date, and when we have the loan date in there, before we make it the filter, we need to actually group it. So I'm going to click on any of the months or the dates, it doesn't matter. See group selection, make sure it says months, click OK. Now it's grouped. Once it's grouped, I can make it a filter. Okay, so I can pull that up, and then I can also insert a slicer there for the loan date, and click OK, and there's my slicer. And for this one, we are only interested in March and April. And when you get to March and April selected, it should match up with the picture. And once you're there, you're done. You can save it and upload it. Okay. There you go. That is tutorial 5, case